Hello and thank you for joining us on this Tuesday afternoon. I'm Jurnee Taylor and here is a look at some of the top stories we're following today. First, Israel's military pushes further south in Gaza, hunting for Hamas. Now the humanitarian crisis is worsening for Palestinians. Plus, frightening moments in Arlington, Virginia, where a house exploded last night. More details on the hours-long stand-down that led to the fiery scene. And business has been booming in downtown North Little Rock. Later, we're sharing how the growing businesses are impacting the city. All of that news soon, but first a look at weather. It is Tuesday. It's a beautiful Tuesday, but maybe not for long. So Nathan, we should enjoy it while it lasts, huh?
Jurnee, before I get to weather, I got to say happy belated birthday because I have not seen you since before Thanksgiving. We both had birthdays, actually.
Yes. Thank you so
You're
much.
21 and I'm 41, right?
That sounds good. I like that.
Okay,
I like
we'll
that.
go with that. Temperatures out there this afternoon. Lots of blue sky. We're warming things up in a hurry. It's 64 in Little Rock, 61 in Arkadelphia, 59 in Searcy. Sunshine wall to wall across the state. A little bit on the gusty side with those winds, though. They're kicking in from the west to northwest as a front is making its way in here from the northwest. Temperatures ahead of the front will climb up into the mid 60s for many of us, but notice Fayetteville highs only into the low to mid 50s. Now tonight, with mostly clear skies, we're going to drop back down into the upper 20s to low to mid 30s across the region. So a chilly start to your Wednesday, and tomorrow will be cooler. Highs into the low to mid 50s. Then we warm things back up for Thursday ahead of a big storm system that will bring in some unsettled weather just in time for the weekend. More details on that coming up.
All right, Nathan, thank you. Well, Israel's military has shifted its focus to the southern Gaza Strip, intensifying attacks as it hunts for Hamas militants. An official word with the World Health Organization says that the situation for Palestinians is getting worse by the hour. CBS's Ian Lee reports.
Israel Defense Forces have unleashed some of the fiercest bombardments in southern Gaza since the war began. Targeting Khan Yunis, the Strip's second largest city, looking to take out Hamas leaders thought to be hiding there. But Palestinian civilians are again caught in the crossfire after being ordered to head south for their own safety. Gaza's Hamas-run health ministry says ambulances can't reach the injured, and patients who do make it to hospitals are treated on blood-covered floors. The IDF's widening offensive is heightening concerns for the more than 130 hostages, including 8 Americans.
It is a humanitarian outrage that hostages who were illegally abducted on October 7th are being held without medical access.
Some Israelis who survived the Hamas massacre are now returning home. Eyal Barat snapped photos of gunmen kidnapping his neighbors as he hid quietly with his wife and 6-year-old autistic daughter.
If we make noise, then they will know we're there and it will end very bad. They will just go inside and slaughter us.
With the Israel-Hamas war now approaching 2 months, both sides are bracing for more painful days to come. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
A very close call for police officers in Arlington, Virginia, when a house suddenly exploded during a standoff with the suspect. It happened last night just before 8:30. Police were attempting to execute a search warrant on a suspect inside the house. Now, the powerful blast unleashed debris, including its roof and walls, from the multi-story house into the sky. Police say the first 911 call came in around 4:45 Monday afternoon after reports of shots being fired from inside the house.
At first, it sounded like a bomb went off. When we got there, the house was already burned down, and it was just a really scary scene.
In the aftermath, only 3 officers suffered minor injuries and no one else was hurt. Meanwhile, the status of the suspect who was inside the house during the explosion is still unclear. In a THV 11 update, we're learning more on a shooting involving Jacksonville police. It happened while police responded to a call at a Waffle House. That's when officers say Vashon Mayo ran into the woods, firing shots at officers. Jacksonville police shot back, hitting Mayo. He is now facing charges of aggravated robbery at the Waffle House. He's been taken into custody and, according to police, is being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. And parents of Little Rock students are finally getting the chance to voice their concerns about the future of Parkview High School. On Monday night, we saw the first public meeting outside the Little Rock School District's boardroom. Now, this comes after rumors that Parkview would close due to low enrollment. LRSD says they have received more than 90 proposals, including the option to move Parkview to the new West Little Rock High School. Superintendent Jamal Wright was at the meeting, and he said there was not a lot of positive feedback on this proposal.
We don't want our school closed. Why can't y'all take some of this money and put it over to Parkview?
Today is really to raise the awareness, and so public then will be ready to engage on Thursday as well as up until the 14th, which is where the vote will come.
Construction could be put on hold after a recent bid for construction was doubled what they anticipated. The board is expected to make a decision on that next week as well. Little Rock leaders will vote today on whether to spend nearly $500,000 towards studies on discrimination in city contracts. Minority and women-owned businesses are currently underrepresented in city contracts. If approved, Little Rock would pay a firm $430,000 to provide some guidance on how to close the disparity gap. That money is already set aside, though, in a special fund for just this occasion. And over in North Little Rock, business has been booming. Now plans are moving forward for a new hotel coming in the next few years. Mayor Hardwick is hoping a new convention center will follow behind that, but there is more than just future projects. Hardwick credits new downtown businesses as a big reason for the city's success.
Want to come down here. They want to be part of the excitement that's happening in Argenta.
The booming business downtown has North Little Rock Mayor Terry Hardwick beaming with pride.
Argenta's special right now. It's a special place.
While good business is always exciting for a city, this year Hardwick says it means even more, crediting new traffic downtown for pulling the city through millions in damage from the March 31st tornado.
More people come downtown, which are eating, drinking, sleeping in the hotels to stay here. So we've had an increase, so that helps the budget.
One of those new restaurants is Draft and Table, run by Scott Landers.
We opened up about 2 weeks ago. And we've just, had such great response from the community.
Joining the Main Street row of businesses, all working to make downtown a destination.
There's several restaurant owners down here. We all know each other. We all work together to one degree or another. So it really is a community feel.
And the community is taking note.
I'm excited for it. Definitely just these new places that bring something a little bit different to the table.
I've noticed there's a lot more family-friendly spaces.
And the mayor wants the area to keep growing, planning for a new luxury hotel.
It'll have approximately 140 rooms. It's going to be 4 to 6. It'll have a bar on top.
Hoping a conference center at the old city services lot will follow.
So that puts people in hotels and restaurants. So our Argenta is really booming, really is.
Well, you have a chance to make this Christmas an unforgettable one in Arkansas. The Salvation Army is manning the iconic red kettles for the major fundraising campaign. Sadly, though, the need for donation is greater than in times past. Now, you see the bell ringers at locations throughout Central Arkansas. We hope you'll stop and spare some change or cash to help this life-changing cause. A little bit from a lot of people can mean the difference between a child who has or doesn't have a present to open Christmas morning or a family in need of a hot meal. Now, you can even donate by texting the word GIVE to 501-376-1111, and it goes straight to Scott's virtual kettle. Again, text the word GIVE, G-I-V-E, to 501-376-1111. The holidays mean hotels are unveiling lavish suites to live out our Christmas dreams. Coming up, we head to New York City for a tour of a few festive hotels.
And the weather out there this afternoon is pretty sweet, although we do have some breezy conditions. Great day to still check out the fall color that lingers across parts of the region, but the weather becomes much more unsettled. We've got to watch out for the potential of maybe strong to severe thunderstorms and maybe some winter weather in parts of the state. I'll have all you need to know coming up.